The elevator was too quiet. It smelled like cold, clean air and money. A world away from the dirty basement where I'd started over. For 5 years, they'd known me as Midas, the mystery investor. They never guessed it was me, Elias Vance, the guy they'd thrown out of his own company. The phone in my pocket buzzed once. A signal. It was done. With one email sent an hour ago, I was now the majority owner of Vance Global, the company my brother and my ex-fiancée stole from me. This meeting wasn't to take it back. It was to show them I already had. I remembered their betrayal like a bad movie. My brother Julian's fake concern. Cassie's fake tears telling the board I'd cracked under pressure. They staged a whole scene in my office to make me look crazy. And I let them. I disappeared from the mental hospital they put me in. I let them have the company, the house, each other. Because I knew they didn't just want the money. They wanted to be kings. They wanted everyone to love them. I was going to show them what happens when you build your kingdom on a lie. The doors opened. My 2 assistants, the only people who knew I was Midas, were waiting. I handed one my coat and the other handed me a pair of sunglasses. A young woman, an intern named Mia, was fussing with the water glass tray. She looked up and her eyes got wide. I saw a flicker of recognition. She was the daughter of the janitor from my old company. I'd paid for her college a long time ago. She started to speak, but I shook my head just a little and smiled. She stayed quiet. Good. A friendly face in the enemy's camp. I could hear Julian's voice through the door. This merger will make us the industry, he was saying. My blood boiled. My legacy. My work. He was just the smooth talker. I felt a nervous sweat on my hands, an old habit. For 5 years I'd lived like a ghost. I ate cheap food while my computer programs made millions. I slept on a cot while I bought up companies they'd never heard of. Every hard day was fuel. I remembered the bait I'd left for them. In my old office, I'd left a drawing for a new computer algorithm. I put one tiny stupid mistake in the middle. I knew Julian's ego. He'd see the mistake, think the whole thing was junk, and ignore it. That junk algorithm was the very heart of the merger he was announcing right now. And I owned the patent for the correct version. I took a deep breath. The nervous Elias was gone. Midas was here to get his gold. I nodded. My aide opened the door. The talking stopped. Everyone stared. The room was just like I'd left it. The big windows, the wooden table I'd picked out myself. And there they were. Julian and Cassie, sitting at the head of the table with some big-shot CEO named Harrington. Julian looked older, softer. Cassie was still beautiful, but her eyes were cold stones. A security guard stepped in front of me. You can't be in here. My aide spoke for me. This is Mr. Midas, the majority investor. The room erupted in shocked whispers. Harrington jumped up. Mr. Midas, we're honored. He waved the guard away. Julian and Cassie were staring. They were looking at the legend Midas, but something in my face was bothering them. Sorry I'm late, I said. My voice was calm and cold. It was my voice, but all the warmth was gone. I had some last-minute business. I reached up slowly and took off the sunglasses. For a long second, nobody made a sound. Julian's face went from confused to shocked to sickly white. His mouth hung open. Cassie made a little gasping sound and put her hand over her mouth. Elias, Julian whispered. I gave him a smile with no feeling in it. Hello, Julian. Cassie, miss me. Before they could move, my other aide put a piece of paper on the table in front of Harrington. This is a court order, I announced. It stops this merger, pending an investigation into you stealing my property. I looked right at Julian. That algorithm you think is so valuable? The one you found in my office with the little mistake? It's mine. You tried to sell it. I let that sink in. Then I leaned on the table, my eyes locked on my brother. But the theft is the small problem. The big problem is that you built your whole world on my land. And I'm taking it back. starting with the FBI agents who are in your computer room right now, pulling the records of all the money you stole to keep this company alive after you kicked me out. Right on cue, the door burst open,